important characteristics to being a leader, and the first two I have picked from St. Benedict's rule of ora et labora, which means pray and work. So the first one is prayer. One of the primary responsibilities of a leader is to lead people closer to God. In order to lead people closer to God, they have to know what God's will is. Knowing what God's will is accomplished through prayer. The second one is work to gain knowledge in your field. It is important to have knowledge in your field so that you don't lead people astray. For example, if I didn't know that smoking was bad and I told everybody that it was okay to smoke and they didn't know as well, my lack of knowledge would end up hurting them and I would have failed as a leader. The third one is communication with your peers. Communication is the sharing of ideas and plans with your followers. Without communication, you will waste time, money, and energy. This past year, my youth group leader asked me to help lead our middle school youth group. On Wednesdays, I would go to the gym early, help her set up, and then as the kids came in, I would lead games that would later lead into our discussions. For our discussions, I would have a certain group that I would lead, and I would answer their questions, mentor them, and correct them if they were wrong in any of their assertions. A leader that I really admire is St. Mother Teresa of Calcutta. She had a very deep prayer life, and that's how she was able to discern that it was God's will for her to leave the convent and go out into the streets of Calcutta and minister to the poorest of the poor. When she left the convent, she knew a lot about teaching, but she didn't know very much about medicine. In order to gain this knowledge, she worked at a hospital for a few years and learned how to take care of sick people. She communicated the various needs of the poor around different environments around the world, whether it was for orphanages, homes for the dying, or schools. Without these three characteristics of prayer, work to gain knowledge, and communication, we may not have the order of the Sisters of Charity and great leaders who serve like St. Mother Teresa of Calcutta.